Welcome to G4X. I'm Sarge, and today I'm going to do a kind of let's play slash first impressions of Infamous First Light. Now, I've not played Infamous Second Son yet. I wanted to play this first, so let's get into the game. I didn't want to start this video off from the very beginning of the game. Oh, hang on. Check out these dudes. Because, basically, it's an open world game, and I knew that if I started from the beginning to do my first impressions, I wouldn't have much of an impression of the open world because I wouldn't have any of the weapons or abilities or anything like that. See, this wouldn't be available then. So I played it for a few hours to get a good feel for it, and I thought I'd talk to you guys about what the game's like, and it is awesome. I am not disappointed in the slightest. Oh, I'm getting shot at here. Look, I can use a ping button to see where all the enemies are. And there's some over there, so let's go check them out. You can target your enemies in their weak points, and what it does is kind of wrap them up. It's kind of like you're arresting them in a way, because this is a superhero game, and I tell you what, it's actually a lot like Spider-Man, the open world Spider-Man games, only instead of web slinging you do this and sort of run around in the sky everywhere. The combat is pretty awesome. If I can find someone, I'll use a different... Oh, I'm getting shot at by somebody. There we go. Right. Let me just try this move out. There you go. I'm getting killed now. I need to get somewhere safe for a second. Let's get on a roof. It's just awesome how you can just move anywhere using that system. I just need my health to kind of come back. There we go. And you can float down like that. And where's that guy gone now? There you go. See, if I use the ping, all the enemies come up purple. So if I just float over this guy, and I can take out the car and the dudes at the same time, it is pretty awesome. There's also a singularity that you can use where you open up basically a wormhole and it sucks all of the bad guys into it. In terms of the actual environment, I mean, the detail is astronomical. And the thing that kind of really can show off all of the detail in the graphics is this. Let me just... You can pause the game and look around at every single little detail on everything. I mean, look at the particle effects around her now. And this mode isn't just to pause the game. It's a camera mode. So I'm actually a photographer, so I know exactly what they're trying to achieve here. And you can change the operations. If you look on the bottom right-hand side of the corner, if I go to the depth of field, I can make a shallower depth of field by changing the f-stops. So if you don't know about cameras, so there you go, it's really shallow there. Let me just try and manipulate it. See how she's in focus, but the background's slightly out of focus? And then I can make the background completely in focus. And that's basically what depth of field is. It's like when you hold your finger up to your face, and your finger is in focus and the background's all blurry. The blurry areas and the in focus areas are the depth of field. So you can manipulate this camera and you can make some amazing pictures. So I'll just put a few of them up on the camera on the screen now. These are some that I did last night, which I thought were awesome. I was just playing around with the camera for ages. It was so fun. Okay, let's get back to the game because I can see an enemy over here now. Oh no, that's not an enemy, that's some little satellite thing. But if you check out the environments, you can see just all the little bits of paper rushing around and the reflections in the water. I mean, look at that. I've just slowed down time there. And if I can find like a mailbox or something. Oh, there's some dudes here. Okay, that was weird. Okay, there's some dudes here. They're all bad guys. Whoa, okay. I was gonna try something out, but I got busted. Skadoosh! Oh, this game is just awesome. I think if you've played Infamous Second Son, this game will feel really familiar, it'll feel smaller, and you'll love it. But if you've not played any of them, I would start off with this one, and it is just awesome. Check out... Look at that. Look at the details. Now, I've just attacked like 3 bins all at once. But you can see, even the individual flyers, they've got loads of writing on and everything. There's just so much detail in this game. I mean, I would imagine in Second Son it's exactly the same. I prefer the whole neon look, the dark noir look with the rain, and it always seems to be dark and raining and kind of neon-y, and I just love it. It's awesome. So far, this game has given me like the best possible impressions that it could do, really. It couldn't have given me a better impression if it tried. There's not many games where I play them and I feel, oh, this feels different and original, but at the same time intuitive and familiar. And that's exactly how I'd describe this game. Look at the details in the environment, just everything. It just looks gorgeous. It feels very intuitive and easy to play. The combat is very easy. I mean, it's basically like shoot, 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 punch, 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 and then there's higher kicks. And I mean, I've only opened up a small amount of the combat moves so far. There's still a lot of moves to go. All over the city you'll find these little kind of patches there of neon sort of space, and if you start to rush you can go through these patches. They turn into these swirly things and it makes you go a lot faster, and you can use your powers just to dynamically move around in the world. And it's just awesome. There are enemies everywhere, there are people you can rescue. I mean, it's not like a full-blown AAA game because it's designed to be smaller, it's designed to be a lesser price. It's designed to be like a shorter game than Infamous Second Son. It's almost like a DLC, but on a bigger scale. That's why it's got its own like disc release. But as an individual game, forgetting that it's like a kind of spin-off to Second Son, as an individual game, I am really impressed with what you can do with this game. In terms of story, I can actually go to a mission now. If I want to, if I check out my map, my mission is over there. I'm sort of in between missions at the moment, just exploring. Well, in terms of story, the story's interesting. This girl, our main character, is looking for her brother who's gone missing. There's gangs after him and her, basically. The police are after her because she has powers. And... get this guy. What's really cool is when you do attacks like that to just pause it and take pictures, as you saw in my pictures before. But basically, these people are after her brother and she's trying to get back to him. And the story flicks back and forth between present day and now, which is what I'm in at the moment. So every so often it'll skip back to present day where she's in a prison and she's being interrogated about what's happening. You get to do your tutorials in the prison, and then it comes back to the past, which I'm in now again. Oh, I just wanted to show you what it's like, but there you go, check that out. Look at that, all the neon reflecting off the raindrops in the water and everything. So it kind of flips back and forth between the two. And when you actually watch the cutscenes, the amount of detail in the characters' faces and their body movement and their facial expressions is just awesome. It kind of reminds me of when what was that game that was made by Rockstar, L.A. Noire. When L.A. Noire came out and they first used all of that technology to make all of the faces very expressionate in the cutscenes, it's very much like that. And that's another thing about this game is, check out this, you can just climb anything. It's a lot like the Saboteur in that way. You don't need to use your powers if you don't want to. You can just climb on anything and walk across beams and see if I can just... yeah, see, I can just land and balance on these beams. And you can do it with anything, lamp posts or whatever you like, really. So you don't have to use your powers if you don't want to. But it's just a really awesome game. The story's good, and the missions that you do in the story are fun, and they're intuitive, and They teach you how to use your moves, and I haven't got that far really. If you check out my game progress, if I go into the pause menu, when it shows you the map and there's all these different sections of the map, if you look on the right hand side, this is called Belltown. 0% cleared, tells you how many lumens you can collect, how many races, how many neon graffitis. I'll see if I can show you a neon graffiti thing. So I'm near one now, so I'll just put my cursor there and I'll go over and show you that. If I can find it. It can't be that hard to find, surely. It says it's around here. I love the light and how it look at this, how the light reacts on the walls in the dark areas. Right, neon graffiti, okay. So you can actually aim and kind of fill in like a dot to dot. Oh, you do it with the controller. So if I move my controller around by tilting it, there you go. I presume it's the same on Second Son, but I don't even know if you use neon on Second Son. I think you use like fire, don't you? But there you go, check that out. That's pretty cool. Like an angel jumping with neon powers. The last one I did was like 2 stags in the city, which was pretty cool. So there you go. That's kind of my first impressions of the game. There's just so much to do on it. For a small game that's fairly short, I mean, you can make it fairly long by just going around the world and doing whatever you like and shooting things and playing around with killing enemies. One thing I like to do is just destroy these things and then just pause it, like these mailboxes. I mean, check that out. How cool is that? You can see all the little bits everywhere and the expression on her face. If I change the camera to... There we go. I'm just getting closer. And you've got... The camera can be quite complicated at times, I will admit that. But check that out. You can see the expression on her face. You can see the individual detail on the denim of that guy's jeans. And you can see all the things flying around. It's just awesome. This game is just absolutely immense. And I think for people who played Second Son, they might feel it's a bit more of the same, which is not always a bad thing. I mean, Far Cry 4 was more of Far Cry 3 as far as I'm concerned, but got a lot more features and next gen and everything. And it's the same kind of thing with this. It's just a smaller version of Second Son, but with a whole different style and a whole different story and a whole different characters. And I think if you've never played any of the Infamous games, like I never had until this, you're probably going to really enjoy this. It's going to be really something new, and I love it. I think it's awesome. You can't play as any other characters so far that I've seen, but to be honest, I don't want to, but just in case any of you guys were wondering. And that's it. That's it for my sort of first impressions gameplay video. I hope you guys found it interesting. Please give me a little thumbs up, and please subscribe for more videos. I do quite a lot of kind of first impressions / gameplay at the moment. That's kind of what I'm into. So if you guys want to check it out, check out the channel, please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching G4X.